Hey, mic check. Jacob, can you hear us?
Check. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Perfect. All right, we'll start with our player availability today. We got Jacob Warren. We'll have Kavaris Crouch and also Theo Jackson. There might be a little break here because they're coming from classes, but we'll keep you posted. But we'll start with tight end Jacob Warren, and we'll take your questions. Hit the raise your hand function. We'll start with David Uppin.
Yeah, Jacob, what has kind of Austin's role been like with the tight end group this year? Has he kind of been around? What is that looking like right now?
Yeah, so obviously Austin has played a big role for this team for the past few years, and just as some unfortunate circumstances for him took place, with his back and everything, he's been doing all he can to be here to keep our spirits high. I'm sure y'all see him on games and stuff. He's always over there on the sidelines with us, just talking to us and just being a friend. Because at this point, really he's just here to still kind of be a part of this team, and we love having him around. So pretty much anything he can do, I think he's willing to do for sure.
Austin Price and Patrick Brown.
Jacob, your weight coming into college was always something that the coaches love to harp on and those type of things. How much weight have you put on, and how much different does your body feel now playing at your current weight base compared to what you played at in high school?
Yeah, I mean, you know me when I was in high school. I think I came in, I really played my senior season around like 205 pounds, really. That's generous. Came into Tennessee at like 210. And now playing, I'm out there around 245, 246 on a pretty consistent basis. So just having that extra weight and being solid weight, I think just gives me more confidence. Like when I first came in, it's tough blocking anybody at 205 pounds, 210 pounds. So just being able to add on that weight and that strength has really helped me develop the side of my game that needed to be developed, and that's blocking and being viable in our pass protections and our run game and everything, as well as being able to catch the ball.
Jacob, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but how much did you kind of have to change your mindset coming in? Because you committed to a staff where you thought you might be more involved as a pass catcher, as a receiver, as a tight end, and then coach change happens and they're asking you to put your hand in the dirt and block a lot. How much did you have to sort of change your mindset from being, all right, I'm going to go out and catch passes, to being sort of a blue collar, put in the dirty work and those kind of things?
It was pretty obvious that coming in, you can't just expect to just catch balls all day, right? As an SEC tight end, any offense we're going to be in is going to be, hard nosed, running the ball. We're going to need to hold up in pass protection because, we're facing some of the best defensive fronts in the nation. So I think coming in, like you said, it was a transition. I just had to, tell myself that this is something I want to do. And, in the past, it's never been a problem for me when I tell myself that, I set a goal for myself, I'm able to achieve it. So that's really all it was just developing the mindset of, all right, I got to go. I got to be viable in every aspect of the game rather than just catching the rock. So, it was a transition, but I don't think it was too tough. Obviously, I still got some work to do. I'm not the most elite run blocker, the most elite pass protector, but I think I'm getting there, and just with more work, it'll come along.
As you've kind of developed as a run blocker, how difficult is that, or how foreign was it to you? I don't imagine you did a lot of run blocking in high school. Is it something that you had to just keep at it over, 2.5 years now to get better at it? And how far do you think you have come?
Right. It's all just fundamentals, man. At the end of the day, if I get my eyes in the right spot, my hands in the right spot, I'm running my feet, I'm doing the things I need to do, I think I'll be all right, against pretty much anybody. So like you said, it's a constant development. Obviously, like I said, I'm not nowhere near where I need to be. I'm aware that there's people that can do it better than me, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do what I do, and just do my best. That's all I can really do.
Dan Harrelson and Teresa Walker.
Jacob, talk about Coach Oz as he moved into the tight end spot this year, what he's been able to bring to that position and just playing for him.
Yeah. So Coach Oz, first of all, I'm super appreciative of Coach Oz. Everything that he's done, just kind of the role that he's taken, and in my life and in my football career. I think he came into the position not knowing a whole lot about the tight end position in the first place. But the first day that we met with him, he told us that he was determined to learn everything that there is to know about it. And that's just kind of the man that he is. He's going to try to be the best at everything he does, whether it's the best father. He's really becoming like a good father figure to us as the tight ends. And really, it's obvious that he cares for us and is willing to do whatever it takes, to make us comfortable, to teach us the right ways. And he'll admit when he's wrong. I've been in the offense for a couple of years now, so I know I know a good bit about what's going on. And so if it's something that he doesn't necessarily know, he's willing to listen to any of us, any of the advice or corrections that we take. And I think it's amazing that he's able to kind of put himself on our level and just be humbled by the fact that, no one's perfect. We're not perfect. He's not perfect, but we're all kind of just getting through it together. So I think that's just the best part about his transition to my position, coach.
Teresa?
Jacob, how helpful is it having this open date this week for the offense to, maybe work on timing and just chemistry after kind of a, COVID and tracing took quite a hit in the fall practice and just to work on maybe re-gearing for the second half of this season?
Yeah. I don't think that the bye week could necessarily fall in a better place for us as an offense. I think, we're this close every week to performing and to being the offense that I think we can be. And all, everyone's talked about it. It's just a matter of execution. Like you said, details of getting timing right, making the plays when they're there. So I think just having this week to kind of take a step back, work on the fundamentals, work on the things that, are going to improve our game individually, and then come together as a unit and be able to perform at a higher level in this last stretch of the season. So I think just having the bye week is very helpful where we are right now, for sure.
David Pascal?
Jacob, what about everybody knows that y'all were 2-0 and 2-3, and nobody wants to be 2-3. But what's it been like this week among the players? How much motivating? The coaches can only do so much. How much talking has there been among the players about trying to get this thing turned around?
Yeah, I think after, like you said, after we come out 2-0, we're 2-3. We got to take a step back and just kind of look at ourselves and really evaluate ourselves personally. And, we've all talked together and, met with each other and just talked about look, guys, it's time for each of us to look in the mirror, because you're only really as strong as your weakest link. If one of us is not doing what we need to be doing, that's really going to hurt the team as a whole. So I think that's kind of our focus right now is taking the steps each and every day and coming to practice every day with the mentality that, we got to be the best in the nation, and we got to come and we got to prepare, because if we don't prepare the right way, it's just not going to work out. And that's just how it goes. So I think that's kind of been our attitude going into this bye week and going in the rest of the year, is just every day progress ourselves personally to be stronger as a unit. So.
And what about you? I know that, is Brandon the guy offensively? Are you vocal about it? How does that kind of come about?
Yeah, so kind of as I've, I guess made a name for myself in the offense recently, started playing a few more minutes than I have in the past. I've really become more comfortable talking to, whatever position group it is, whether it's the O-lineman, whether it's wide receivers, running backs, trying to get everyone on the right assignment, making sure everybody's okay, making sure everybody, mentally coming into practice is ready to go, just because we can't waste any time. So I think my role right now is trying to just develop my comfortability as a leader and as a vocal leader rather than just on the field. So that's kind of my role and my idea of where I am now.
Thanks.
Nicholas Hill.
Jacob, how much are you and the team looking at last year's turnaround, where you went from 1-4 to finish 8-5, for guidance and inspiration and into this second half of an SEC only season?
Yeah, you always kind of hear don't think about the past, don't let the past kind of affect what we got going on right now. But me and a couple guys were just talking about this, earlier, how if you look at what we did last year, right? Nobody thought we were going to end up having the season that we had. Ended up going to a bowl game, winning the bowl game, everything. So I think looking back on that and being able to experience that firsthand has kind of given us, like you said, some hope, right? We have this motivation that we know that we're capable of turning this thing around and being where we need to be. And you know, even though it is all SEC schedule, you know, we just got to come out and play because we know we can do it. We know we can get where we need to be. So.
Any other questions for Jacob? All right. Thank you.